Talks of mass shootings seem to be everywhere, all over the news, all over our schools, all around our communities. But the big question is, how do we stop it? Katie Steiner has more on an active shooter training between New Orleans police and church members.
This is not the absence of faith. We all have faith. This is about the reality that's already here.
You don't normally see Chief Harrison up on the pulpit, but here he is, preaching about safety.
When this thing happens, wherever it may happen, whether we have faith or not, when and where it happens, the first officer to arrive is in about 3 minutes, the second officer in about 6 minutes. A lot can happen with a person who comes in with 1,000 rounds of ammunition in about 3 minutes.
Hundreds of pastors, ministers, and church volunteers came together at Greater St. Stephen Church in New Orleans East to learn about what to do if a mass shooter chooses their church as a target.
We have to be proactive. We have to make sure that those who have been entrusted to help all people, we have to be prepared. We have to know how to handle these situations.
Brandon is the associate pastor of Greater St. Stephen, and he says that people have been waiting for a training session like this.
People have questions, and I get calls all the time. How could we prepare if this happens? How do we handle these things? And so they have questions, and so we're just providing an opportunity to get those questions answered.
During the 2-hour session, NOPD prepared people to be ready.
You have to understand when you're in the midst of a crisis like an active shooter scenario.
The NOPD used PowerPoint, open questions, and video to show the group what to do.
If you find yourself facing an active shooter, there are 3 key things you need to remember to survive. Run, hide, fight.
It's all in an effort to prepare people if this ever happens to them.
It really does make me feel safer because I know it. Not only am I prepared, but my people and my members and my leadership is prepared, so we can definitely prevent this from happening.
Katie Steiner, Eyewitness News.
And this training session was in response to the mass shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas, which happened during a church service.